In this episode, I will present some key skills every adult should learn to manage their finances. If by this I will help you to understand your finances or you can do some few changes to propel you to financial freedom, I will have achieved my goal. Let's begin. The first skill you need to build is basic math and record keeping. Without basic math and record keeping skills, two things can happen. You can achieve good savings or any debt you have will eat you up. Let me break this down further. What happens to your money if you don't know basic math and you don't keep records? Without this skill, one, you can underestimate how fast your debt grows. You may think it's only 20% per year, but daily means it's nibbling every day, every single day. Two, you overestimate your savings growth or you put money in low yield accounts because you don't notice the APY, which includes compounding, versus APR, which doesn't. Wait, let me explain what APY and APR is. APY is the annual percentage yield. It is the actual rate of return on an investment such as savings account, taking into account or considering the effect of compounding interest over a year. Okay? On the other hand, APR, the annual percentage rate, is the cost of borrowing money, including interest and fees, expressed as an annual rate. It's like the cost of borrowing money on an annualized basis. But I want you to note this. When comparing loan options, a lower APR is generally better as it indicates a lower cost of borrowing. Now, do you understand why you need basic math and record keeping? Let me share the other reasons you need to learn basic math and record keeping. So, because you don't know how to read your numbers well, another thing that will happen if you don't know basic math and record keeping, you will pay unnecessary interest. This means you're losing money. And you pay unnecessary interest because you don't see how paying earlier or extra slashes the total cost. You see how the strategy comes in? Also, you miss free money. So you chose a low yield savings account instead of a high yield savings account that compounds daily and can add real cash over time. Also, you can't audit mistakes because you don't know. So without a simple log, you won't notice any wrong changes or miscalculated interest. So later on, I'll show you how to create a simple log you can use. It's so simple, but it will save you lots of money. Therefore, I want you to understand compounding in the simplest way possible so that you can grow your money or prevent unnecessary leakage. It's a simple concept, but understanding it will make a very big difference in your finances. Picture two jars. A good jar, let's call it savings, okay? Every day a tiny coin appears inside. Tomorrow, even that tiny coin makes its own tiny coin. Your money snowballs, okay? But there's a bad jar. Let's call it debt. Every day a tiny bite is taken from you, so what you owe gets a little bigger, and tomorrow the bite is on a bigger amount. In short, your debt snowballs on you. That tiny coin every day or tiny bite every day is daily compounding. Interest on top of interest every single day. Therefore, this is how I want you to be smart using basic math and record keeping skills on your savings, okay? Our focus now is on the good jar first. Later on, we'll get to the bad jar, okay? For your savings to grow and you to get free money to enjoy the compounding effect, one, check the APY on your account. Remember, APY already includes compounding, okay? Secondly, automate a daily or weekly transfer into a high yield daily compounding account. Three, reinvest the interest you make. Don't withdraw it. Always remember the compounding effect. You will make more. Then track it with a tiny sheet. Make sure your tracking sheet has the relevant columns to help you see the big picture. I will show you later on in this episode. But first, let's focus on the bad jar, the debt. I want to teach you how to stop debt from eating you. Okay? One, Find the daily periodic rate on your statement. That's the APR divided by 365, okay? Then you have to calculate today's interest, which is the balance times the daily rate, so you can feel it, okay? Number three, another strategy is always pay earlier, not just on the due date. Fewer days means less interest. You have to pay less interest. Number four, pay more than the minimum. So compounding works less against you. So now you understand why that example of the good and bad jar and compounding is important, so that you get this concept. Number five, log every payment so that you can see the curve bending down. Try this with your finances and see the change it will make. As I promised earlier, use a simple tracking sheet. You can use the Excel or Google Sheets. Open two tabs, one for savings and one for debt. Okay? It's so simple. Excuse me because I keep on saying okay because I want you to understand. And please, if you have any comments, share down below and tell me you get it. And also share with us if you have followed through with these points and you have seen an improvement in your finances. It will give me so much joy to see that I've helped you work towards financial freedom. So, as you can see on the screen, what you need to include: the date, the starting balance, the APR or APY, the daily rate, the interest, the payment or savings, the new balance. Okay, you can pause the video and just copy. It's something so simple. Then once you use Excel or Google Sheets, you'll just be able to see how your money is behaving. Is it going up? Is it going down? So what can you do to change? Can you adopt the ideas I've given you so that you can save more money and so that you can reduce money being taken away from you, yet your aim is to get financial freedom? Also, as our family grows, I'll be able to do live episodes so that I can demonstrate everything I'm explaining. So remember to like the video so that you can get to that point. But why does this simple tracking work? Huh? You will see the snowball, good or bad in numbers. That visual feedback will help you make adjustments in your favor. The next skill that is crucial to learn as a beginner if you want to manage your finances well is choosing the correct budgeting style. Listen, most people are told make a monthly budget, use a zero based budgeting system, stick to it, but that's not the whole truth. Here is the truth: people with unstable or changing income, like for example, delivery riders, small business owners, online sellers, freelancers, and such, should not use those strict monthly budgets. It will stress you out and it doesn't work. In fact, the way you earn money affects how you should budget, okay? It dictates. I think the right word is it dictates how you should budget, okay? If you have volatile income, what is volatile income? That is your money changes, it bounces up and down. You will feel more stressed and less in control when you're forced into rigid budgeting systems. It's rigid. You can't change. Yet, your money is bouncing up and down. So, it's not about being bad with money. It's that your budgeting style doesn't fit the reality of your money. Therefore, this is what you can do to avoid stress. And I will give you two options depending on whether your income is stable or volatile. If your income is stable, then you can go with a zero based budget because it can work. By the way, I will do another episode to break down a zero based budget versus a rolling budget. Remember to like the video so you can come back. Now, with a zero based budget, you can plan by the month, like January, February, March, April, and so on and so forth. With a zero based budget, also, you can use fixed numbers. For example, you know you will get $600 and you can confidently budget the $600. Best of all, you can even survive on less emergency savings because you know some money will come in. You are sure that money will come in, so you don't have stress. But what if your income is volatile? If your income is volatile, you have to play a different game. One, you will use a rolling budget. Secondly, you will plan using different periods, like let's say 4 to 13 weeks. You can't plan January, February, March because the amount coming in is different. It's not predictable, okay? Also, you can use ranges. For example, you can say for your groceries, you can put a range from 80 to $120. You see, because your income is bouncing. Now you see how you have to adjust. Then remember, you need a big buffer for surprises. A big buffer will save you a lot of stress. Therefore, your money plan should move like your money does. If your income is a little bumpy, your budget should be flexible too. Just like a seatbelt that adjusts. That way you stay safe, calm, and in control. Mastering the first two skills will put you at an advantage, but there's another one that is more dangerous if you don't know, and it can mess you up big time, and that is cash flow management. Essentially, what is cash flow management? Timing is everything. It's knowing when your money is coming in, like your paycheck, and when it goes out, like rent or bills. It's not just about spending less, it's about when things happen. Therefore, I want you to understand how this happens even to people with stable jobs, people that you think should just be good with their finances. I'll give another simple example. Imagine, imagine this scenario, okay? Imagine you're given $10 every Friday for allowance, but you're supposed to pay $5 for snacks on Wednesday. You have enough money overall, but the money comes after you need it. That means you're broke on Wednesday, even though you're rich on Friday. That's a cash flow problem. It's not because you don't have enough money, but because the money is late. But why does this matter? You will see that even people with jobs and businesses are struggling, not because they make nothing, but because the timing is off. You'll notice that more people will be unable to pay their bills on time, even with regular income. You find some people can't even cover an emergency fund of, they don't have $400 for emergency without borrowing. So you can be okay on paper, but fail in real life because, for example, your rent is due on the 1st, your paycheck arrives on the 5th. Boom, late fees, overdrafts, credit card use. You see, that's a cash flow timing crisis. So essentially, if you don't master cash flow management, you can expect things that will lose you money, situations that are just arising and losing you money, yet you are working towards financial freedom. We don't want that. Let me just give you a few examples, okay? If you don't do cash flow management right, you can expect late fees from missed bills, overdraft charges from your bank, high interest debt because you borrow while waiting, stress, anxiety, missed rent, ruined credit score. So you may be profitable on paper, but you still go broke because bills come before the money does. Even businesses collapse for this same reason. So it's not always about making more, it's about cash arriving on time. But let me give you a simple idea of how you can manage your cash. One, create a cash flow calendar. It's like a school calendar but for your money. Step one, you just write down the dates you get your money, your payday or your or your business income. Huh? Step two, you write down every date money goes out. Like you have to pay your rent, electricity, subscriptions, and so on and so forth. Use free tools that are available like Google Calendar or just even a piece of paper, okay? So your goal is to match bills to come after your paydays, not before. Number two, you can also do bill smoothing, okay? What is bill smoothing? It's like spreading jam on toast evenly. You are spreading your bills evenly over time. You can call service providers and ask to move your due date right after payday. You can split big yearly bills, for example, a $1,200 annual insurance into monthly sinking funds. Like you take $1,200 divide by 12, so it's $100 a month. So you create a separate sub account to take care of that. So this keeps your money flowing evenly instead of huge spikes. Like you don't suddenly need $1,200, but you've been doing it slowly over time. You are smoothing it, okay? Number three, you can build a micro buffer account. Think of this like your first aid kit for money emergencies. Save 1 month's worth of bills, like $2,000 in a sub account. Then only use it if money is late or a surprise bill comes along. So it's like a buffer. You label it a bill buffer. You don't spend it. You just keep it in a different bank account. It will save you a lot of stress and anxiety. Some people are in crisis every month due to rent. For example, you get paid on the 15th and 30th. Your rent, let's say it's $1,000, is due on the 1st. You'll always be late. A simple solution would be to call your landlord and request to move rent to the 16th. If not possible, start saving 500 from the 15th paycheck and 500 from the 30th. Now your rent will be ready on time on the 1st. That's cash flow alignment in action. Sounds simple, but it will save you a lot. So you're not broke because you spent too much. You are broke because the money shows up after the bills. It's not just budgeting, it's timing. And timing is a skill you can fix. So, with these skills, I hope you'll be able to achieve the financial freedom you need. Let's meet next time.